16 qualities to look for in your custom pool designer. Who is the pool designer? We're going to talk about your specialist and all the items that they have to make them a specialist. If someone's got all those, they are what I call the golden ticket. They've got everything that you're looking for to design your project. So the first thing that you're going to look for is that they understand design theories. So this might be someone that's got a degree from landscape architecture, an ASLA member, or interior design. Second thing is that they have an understanding of color theory and how color works with water, which is an interesting process in itself, because water reflects the sky and what's around it, and how that's going to work with all the colors that you're incorporating. The third thing you're going to look at is architectural history and the different styles that come over a period of time, and how you may incorporate those with certain buildings. You're also going to understand architectural style, everything from traditional to contemporary to modern to industrial, and all the styles that fit within that. Fourth thing you're going to look at is for someone that understands landscaping. And landscaping, I mean the green and growy kind, plant material, and how that works in conjunction. Some things work real well around water, and other things don't work as well. The fifth thing that we're going to look at is lighting. Lighting is very important in a project, not just in the water itself, but all the features that are around it. At it at night probably more than you are in the daytime, so they have to have some knowledge and be a specialist in lighting. Sixth thing that we need knowledge of is, as a specialist, is outdoor structures. Now that accomplishes companies a lot of different things. You're going to look at a cabana, what we call a cabana, a solid roof structure, versus an arbor, something that's going to allow shade through. In that structure, you're going to also look at your outdoor kitchen, which is very similar to your indoor kitchen. It's just outside, and you have different things, grills and green eggs and side burners and all the things to cook on. You're also going to look at fire. Hopefully this is contained fire, not your kitchen on fire, but we'd have fireplaces to gather around and sit around. We may look at fire features such as fire bowls. We may look at fire pits to sit around. So all the things that are involved with fire, but you're looking at how to incorporate all of these structures that are part of the jigsaw puzzle and understand the codes and regulations that are involved with them, as well as how they interact with your water feature and how you're going to use the space. So number 8, we're going to look at patios and space design, how to incorporate things and how to transition different spaces with steps and walls and all the things that get involved with your patios that you're going to use. As a specialist, of course, with a swimming pool design, you have to understand swimming pools. You have to understand all the things that are involved with them, and the pros and cons of, deep and shallow, and do we want a tanning ledge or do we not, and what all the things that are involved with that. The other thing with swimming pools, there's some specialty swimming pools that you may want to consider, is the lazy river. It's always a 10 in everybody's book, and all the things that and fun you can have with that. The Vanishing Edge and how that works on the site. Very closely related to that is the perimeter overflow, and basically where the water runs over all the edges of the pool, and where does it go? Looks like it disappears, but it's got to go somewhere. Your pool specialist knows how to handle that too. Number 11, engineering. Not just the pretty part, but the structural part. So we have to incorporate engineering to make sure the structure works. Sometimes this is fairly simple, and sometimes the details are very complex. Number 12, hydraulics of the vessel. You have to move water so we can make everything work, which takes us to number 13, sanitation. How do we keep it clean? How do we make it like drinking water? How do we make it comfortable to swim in? What are the pros and cons of different products? Are we going to talk about salt water and supplemented chlorine in a different video? Number 14, is construction. We have to understand construction and all the integral parts of that, how to actually build it. And, you know, because if we don't understand how to build things and we can just draw a pretty picture, then we're going to have a tough time. Along with that, 17, problem solving. And problem solving can be a lot of different things. It can be knowing how to deal with the slope and the grades and the trees and all the small space and the setbacks, and how to create a great solution to what works for you and it's most cost effective for you, which comes up number 16 in this whole process. You probably think we're going to go crazy. We need to have marriage counseling as well. A good pool designer also helps counsel people through to come up with very good solutions that accommodate different desires and wants of clients, and trying to come up with a solution that works to make everybody happy. Now, there has to be some negotiating there, but it's the solution that we're all looking for, is to have a lot of fun. Things that you may want to look at in trying to find your specialist. And you're like, how can somebody be good at all those things? Well, this is how you look at it and try to grade, you know, is somebody okay for my project, or is somebody great for my project? So if this was helpful information, like it. If you got things to say, comment on it. If it's helpful, share it and hit the subscribe button. This is Mike Farley, your Texas pool designer. We're coming from the Fort Worth Water Gardens today, and it's a beautiful day in the spring. We're all getting ready to use our pools. You can too. Bye now.